Well, the conflict in West Asia has had a far-reaching impact. It has left India navigating one of the worst energy crises. Restaurants and small businesses are scrambling to remain operational, and that is a reality. From New Delhi to Mumbai and Bengaluru, the ground reality is grim. Commercial users of LPG, such as restaurants and catering services, they are the ones who are facing the hardest impact here. In parts of northern India, people beelined outside gas refilling stations as panic looms. Several prominent schools and institutions have now issued warnings. The Delhi High Court lawyers' canteen has stopped serving main meals because of this shortage. Meanwhile, in Mumbai and Bengaluru, the disruption has nearly halted operations. According to India Hotels and Restaurant Association, the shortage could soon paralyze the sector, with 20% hotels in Mumbai already shut. And if the situation fails to normalize, the number could go as high as 50%. The LPG crisis has also become a major flashpoint in the Indian Parliament. Union Energy Minister Hardeep Singh Puri he said that India has adequate fuel stocks and there are no concerns over availability. And he also said that India has diversified its LPG import sources.
India's crude supply position is secure and volumes secured exceed what Hormuz would have delivered. Before the crisis, approximately 45% of India's crude imports transited through the Hormuz route. Thanks to the Honorable Prime Minister's outstanding diplomatic outreach and goodwill, India has secured crude volumes that exceed what the disrupted Strait of Hormuz could have delivered in the same period.
India's leader of opposition, Rahul Gandhi, led opposition protests in the parliament premises over the alleged fuel shortage. Calls to address the issue echoed across the parliament.
This war is going to have far-reaching consequences. The central artery from where 20% of the global oil flows, Strait of Hormuz, has been closed, and this is going to have tremendous repercussions, particularly for us, because a very large portion of our oil and natural gas comes through the Strait of Hormuz.
The ongoing war in West Asia has triggered this unprecedented crisis. The Strait of Hormuz has emerged as a critical choke point, with India being one of the world's largest LPG consumers. Nearly 62 to 65% of total demand is met through imports in India, and more than 90% of LPG imports coming from West Asian suppliers. Most of the shipments are routed through the Strait of Hormuz, which is now closed. And WION's reporters have been tracking the situation on ground, sending us the latest update over the condition. Let's see these updates.
As the war enters in the second week, it is having cascading impact across the world, including here in India, where it's the commercial supply of gas that has been a concerning issue. But the government has essentially assured that there is no need to worry, and there are measures that have been taken. In fact, one of the measures is communication, and the Indian government is holding its briefing now regularly, not only by the energy officials but also shipping, the Ministry of External Affairs. And the clear message is that whether it's energy or whether it is the safety and security of the diaspora, the Indian government is constantly monitoring the situation. We know when it comes to the energy situation, the Indian Energy Minister Hardeep Singh Puri addressed the parliament and said that when it comes to the crude, there's no need to worry, and India has diversified its supplies. And right now, when it comes to crude sourcing, almost 70% of sourcing is non-Strait of Hormuz sourcing, which is essentially a message saying that there is still relief when it comes to petrol and diesel. Siddhant Subal with video journalist Piyush in New Delhi.
The ripple effects of the Iran-Israel conflict are being seen across India, while as in Kashmir Valley, the disruption in the LPG supply is affecting the commercial units, especially the hotel owners, restaurants and dabas. The gas agency owners across the Kashmir Valley are saying that they've been given a directive that to supply gas only to schools as well as hospitals, while as the hoteliers as well as the restaurant owners are of the opinion that their business has been hit massively after the Pahalgam attack since last year. And with this year, they were hopeful that the tourism would revive. But with the disruption in the LPG, there have been cancellations already coming from the tourists who were visiting Kashmir Valley. With video journalist Firoz, Idris Loan for WION World is One.
Hotel owners associations in Chennai tell us that a considerable number of their hotels have shut down or significantly scaled down their operations through this week, and this is because of the commercial LPG cylinder shortage that is prevailing. They say that even the limited number of hotels that are functioning are doing so based on their final stocks, and that too could run out in a day or two. However, there are some hotels that are trying to switch to alternatives including electric or induction cooking, but those numbers are very few and not all can adapt to this. And they say that if the supply situation does not improve in a couple of days, especially as far as commercial LPG is concerned, things could deteriorate significantly. Also, let's tell you that there's considerable panic among the public because two-wheelers and four-wheelers are queuing up in good numbers at petrol pumps through the day, and all of them are looking to fill their tanks because there's an apprehension among them that even fuel supply could be affected in the long run if the conflict continues. At the same time, let's also tell you that there are some pumps that have already run out of petrol, and then they've even put out boards that they've run out of supply, and then they're waiting for new supplies. So this is the kind of situation that prevails. From Chennai, Siddharth MP, WION World is One.